Welcome back, Hell Team. Ready for part 2? This is chapter 2 of The Return of Mandy Mae, The Red Path. The road to mercy is stitched in sacrifice. The orb sprung to life, and a sparkling gold ribbon of light set due east. Jess nestled the orb in her sling and made her way carefully down the hill. Jess May walked alone, through nearly pitch as she waddled towards the tree line. As she headed in, weaving through closely crowded trunks and branches, her boots became soaked through with the glistening red sap, glinting with a shine as though molten gold lived within it. Tingles began to re-emerge in Jess's fingers as she went in deeper and her bruises got darker. But it was still a reprieve from the torture of waking up to a dislocated shoulder. Soon enough, though, the tingling was raging all over her feet and legs. And that's when Jess finally noticed that she was now waist deep in the mysterious tree sap. She wondered what it meant, but none of her previous experiences she drew on gave her a single clue. Jess took a deep breath and marched on, the sap swelling and lazily pouring over itself. She had to accept that this quest of hers was unique unto itself. Jess waded through uncharted waters. She went further and further into the forest, the orb's beam of light not fraying for a moment. Jess deduced that she was going in the right direction, or at least she hoped. The shapes on the orb were becoming sharper and sharper as the distance between the orb under her arm and the target drew closer. The sap was now sticking and hanging from her chin and jaw. Soon Jess found herself treading treacherously over a seemingly bottomless pool of goo, as the solid ground melted away from her feet. She cycled her legs vigorously and slashed her arm through the viscous substance as she tried to draw closer to the end point of the beam of light. Jess was growing more and more tired, and now her limbs burned with the strain. But with one final burst of strength, Jess came into a clearing within the tangled mess of overlapping branches. She dragged herself fluttering and flinging sap to its center. A cramp exploded into life at her side and began to gnaw away at her ferociously. Jess cried out, taking a big gulp of air before falling under. It was black all around her. The sap tickled against her skin. The gel completely consumed her,